Hey everybody, it's Monty again with Everybody Loves Deals with Monty. I'm sitting here today on a beautiful day. Had a little rain this morning. Clouds are in the sky, but you know what? Every day is sunny when Everybody Loves Deals with Monty. I am sitting in a 2023 Jeep Grand Cherokee L. Now, I don't know if you know about the Grand Cherokee L. There's a lot of Grand Cherokees that have been out. It's one of the top selling, if not the top selling crossover SUV type vehicles on the market. The Grand Cherokee L, what Jeep did is they took that Grand Cherokee and they turned it into a third row. So there's where you get the L. So I don't know if you can see this or not, but there's actually a second row bench seat or bucket seats, I'm sorry, and then the third row bench. So you have plenty of room for people to sit, and the bucket seats in the middle will actually keep the kids from pinching, touching, and grabbing each other, and you avoid that conflict all the way to wherever you're heading, whether it be to church, to the store, or on a vacation. And so the Grand Cherokee L has been a great addition to the Jeep family. I tell you, as a dealership, we've done fabulous with this vehicle, and I can tell you, I've owned two of them. In fact, I bought my wife the very first one that hit the ground when they first came out with the Grand Cherokee L's, and I'll tell you, we loved it. We The Grand Cherokee L is a great alternative to the Tahoes and Suburbans and Expeditions and things like that, where you get bigger vehicles that are built on a truck chassis that are very bulky, hard to drive. In fact, my wife had a Tahoe. We've had Tahoes and Suburbans in the past, and that was the one thing that she loved about the Grand Cherokee L, was that it was so much easier to maneuver. The fuel economy is great. We get so much better gas mileage in the Grand Cherokee L, and the room. I mean, we had plenty of room for what we were doing. Um, it's great for a young family who's starting out, who doesn't want that high end, high dollar. I mean, you're talking 70, 80,000 plus on Tahoes and Suburbans now, and it's just that's a lot for, especially when you're starting out with a family. That's a lot to swallow, and so the Grand Cherokee L offers a great alternative to that. One of the nice things about this particular one, and this is a Laredo, so it's more of your entry level vehicle. It For the Grand Cherokee lineup, Grand Cherokee L lineup. It's not loaded out with the sunroof. It's not loaded out with the massaging seats or anything like that. It's pretty well. It's basic, but when I say basic, it has all the same safety features. So you've got your lane keep assist, which is amazing for especially if you're a mom or dad and you're driving with kids in the back, and sometimes your attention is not necessarily where it should be. You're paying attention to World War III going on behind you. Um, it's a great way to keep, in case you start to swerve over into another lane or off the road. Um, it senses the lines in the road, and what it does is it actually pulls you back in and keeps you safe going down the road. So great feature. Um, you don't really appreciate it until you need it, and especially like on where we live in Wichita Falls. Going down 287, driving between Wichita Falls and Henrietta, or when we go to Oklahoma City or things like that, you get behind these semis or beside these semis, and all the time they're not necessarily paying attention, and it's up to you to make sure to make sure nothing unfortunate happens. And so that lane keep assist, especially like I said, if you have anything that's distracting to you, or if you start to doze off. I mean, if you start to get tired and you you kind of doze off and you start to swerve a little, or merge into a different lane, it'll pull you back in and kind of wake you up and let you know. It also has adaptive cruise control, and I was not a fan of adaptive cruise control when it first came out. I just thought how annoying. And here's my question: Who was the original crash test dummy that got to try this out for the first time? I mean, golly, I don't think there's enough money to pay me to try this out. Well, no, it didn't work. So, but it's great. I've learned to love it, and one of the great things about it, again, from driving from Wichita Falls to Henrietta daily, what I find is or what you will see is you'll see semis kind of getting in packs, and they're driving side by side, and a lot of times you can't really see what's going on in front of you, and then all of a sudden of course they don't ever go the speed limit. They're always going a lot slower than what um, the rest of the traffic is, but it'll you can get from 1 to 3 car lengths behind. So, or you can set it up for 1 to 3 car lengths to where it'll start to slow you down to the pace of what they're going. Um, 3 is too much for me. I couldn't deal with 3. 3 was a lot of. I mean, I was half a mile away, and it would start to slow me down, and I have to change lanes a half a mile back just to keep it from slowing me down. But I've learned that 1 or 2 is about the sweet spot for me, preferably 1, um, because once I get up on the vehicle, as long as I'm not within a car length, then it'll slow me down, and that gives me time to change lanes and move over or do what I need to do. And also too, again, for moms or dads or grandmas or grandpas who have kids in the back seat, um, that are maybe diverting some of your attention. It again gives you notice that, and it helps you avoid running up on the back of someone. So it's a great safety feature, one that I've learned to love, and to be honest, wish I had it on my pickup, but I don't. They'll also have blindside alerts. So on your mirrors, I don't know if you see them, if you've seen them on other vehicles. There's a little triangle or a star or something. There's usually something in the mirror that notifies you that there's a car on either the driver's side or the passenger side. So that way you don't try to change lanes, and run into the car beside you. It's a great safety feature, and it's because some cars have blind spots, and it's a great way to keep, if by chance the one you're driving has a blind spot, keeps you from running into somebody when you're trying to change lanes. And it's just a all around safe vehicle for a great value. I mean, the Grand Cherokee L is a value vehicle, I believe. Once again, it's one of the best selling crossover SUVs that we've had, and one of the best crossover SUVs on the market. Sales numbers are huge. They're very, very popular, again, with young families, and then, of course, people like me and my wife, grandparents who are hauling around grandchildren. It's great for us because we have the room, the utility, and it's not an overpriced vehicle, or I shouldn't say overpriced. It's not a vehicle that's priced so high that you have to take out a second mortgage or anything. It's a great value for what you're getting. They even have, on some trim levels, they even have what is called a fam cam, and you wouldn't believe how many people find that to be the greatest thing ever. So in your screen, you can actually go in there, and not on the Laredo, it doesn't have it on this trim level, but there are others that do. Go in there and you turn on your fam cam, and it's just like having a camera in the back seat, so you can watch your kids and see who really started the fight instead of each one, depending on he said, she said, or whatever. Great option. Like I said, I've had people that would not consider any other vehicle because to the best of my knowledge, there's not any others out there that have it, and if they do, I'm not aware of it, and I don't know that we have them. So it's a great option. Like I said, parents, grandparents love it, especially with young ones. This particular vehicle, and I don't know if you can see or not, this particular vehicle has second row bucket seats, and of course there's a bench seat in the rear, and so you've got plenty of room for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people to sit in here. The bucket seats, again, like I said, are to keep the kids from beating each other up and causing World War III. It's a great way to keep them in line, and keep them from killing each other. And behind that third row seat is some cargo area. Great for vacation. If you go on a vacation, you carry luggage. If you go to the grocery store, you got a place to put your groceries. Shopping, you have a place to put your bags, whatever. Plenty of room back there. That way you're not setting them all in the seats and the kids having to move while they're so the the prize purse that we just bought or whatever, or the groceries or turkey or whatever, they don't have, it's not taking up their space. You've got space in the back to put them. So again, great vehicle. It's not overloaded. Power seat on the driver's side, AM, FM, Sirius XM, Bluetooth, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and you've got plenty of charging ports for your cell phones or tablets or whatever wireless devices you may have. Bluetooth, so you can connect them to the vehicle. Of course, power windows, power locks, AC, all the normal stuff that comes with it. Great, like I said, great vehicle. I can't say enough about it. This particular one I'm in is a 2023 model. It's got 39,000 miles, and man, I've been sitting here for a while, and I got to tell you, I'm impressed. Quiet as can be. I'm not having a hard time hearing or talking to you because it's loud. So I encourage you to at least check it out if this is a line of vehicle that you're interested in. Something with room, with third row seating, with utility space for groceries, luggage, whatever. I highly encourage you to take a look at least check it out, because I think you'll see the value. There's a lot of vehicle here for the money. And I believe that is everything we need to cover on the Grand Cherokee L today. I would love to hear from you. If you have any questions about the Grand Cherokee L, if you'd like to come out and see one, if you would like to test drive, see if it fits for you and your family, for what you're trying to accomplish, I would love to have the opportunity to help you out with it. So you can give me a call or text at 940-235-9345. I would love to schedule a time to meet with you and see if we can make one of these work, or if there's anything else between trucks, SUVs, whatever, work trucks, heavy duties, crossover vehicles, or even some smaller vehicles like the Trax or the Compass or Trailblazer, whatever. I have them, and I would love to share them with you and help you make any decisions you'd like to make as far as what might work best for you. Like I said, give me a call, 940-235-9345, and let me have an opportunity to show you how I make car, truck, and SUV buying easy. Again, this is Everybody Loves Deals with Monty, and I hope you all have a blessed day.
Driving down these dusty roads underneath the Texas sky so bold, pickup truck and my old guitar, strumming tunes neath the evening star, back roads and sun.